author was Brian Carson, or maybe the title, or the subject that the book entails. Sawa. And also, I'd like to take you through also the types of cataloging citation. Anyone? Types of catalog citation. Do you know any? Okay. I don't know if the OPAC in Nigeria. OPAC, which is the online public access catalog. And this one is actually it's nowadays most used and replaced, like it has replaced the card catalog. And I've just mentioned now the card catalog. Another catalog site. Okay, I have mentioned there is also, yes, Mark. Mark. Okay, someone to explain for us, Mark. Someone said it yesterday, Mark. Yes, machine readable catalogs. Yes. Also, adding a little with a question, maybe someone can answer this. What are the features of a card catalog? Features of card. Anyone wants to check? Yes, features of card catalog. Okay, maybe several times. It has the author. Details. The details. Yes.
No, it's details.
Yes. Details of card. Yes.
What did they say?
The card catalog. Yes. What does it have? Yes, ISBN, title, year of publication. Yes. And we were told the other day they had and what? And added information. We were told the other day ISBN is for books. And then there is
ISSN is for serial, no?
journals,
Serials
and periodicals. So
does it have a phone number?
The serials and periodicals?
No, that's cut.
So let's write it for people to remember. The card catalog has it has call numbers. So thank you. That was our lesson for today.
Good morning once again. Good morning. Okay, so now as we continue in the one discussion, I will be taking you through cataloging and selection. So, cataloging is the list of documents arranged according to some logical plans determined by the purpose of it serves. So in cataloging, it is the documents arranged in some logical plans. In our library, as we, for instance, we have been in attachment, and the day you are cataloging your book, you can't just take a book and put it on a shelf. You have to cataloging. And when you are cataloging the book, there were some things that you have to consider. Example, what do you consider before you catalog? Let's say this is the book. You have been given like this. What are you supposed to do? Title. You must look on the title of the title of the book or the subject. Next,
The content.
the content inside the book is very important. Next, what do you consider? As a librarian, as an information professional, yes? The author of the book. Some people may not know where to find the author. Sometimes you find it on the cover page, not cover page. And others you find it where? inside you do find the others here. So that was our catalog. Catalog is the list of documents, then cataloging is the process of describing what? Information material. So as you describe these information materials, like the place of where it was published, the year and all those is called cataloging. So the objectives of library catalog. Why do we have to catalog? For easy retrieval of information material. You don't have to waste your time there, but you just go type the title or order, then you find what? A book. Example of authors that you know. Example, yes, we have Stephen, yes, Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Examples of others. Margaret Ogola, very good. Yes, on that one. So we are moving on so very well. So objective number one for easy retrieval. The other one is to show the availability. The purpose of that library catalog. You go search there, then uone kama iko, then you retrieve the book. Then to save on time. You don't have to go and waste your time there, but you just go search and use the book. We have the forms of catalogs in our libraries. Forms of catalogs, examples. We do have manual catalog or the traditional one. We do have the semi-computerized, and the last one is computerized, the one we are using now. Then factors to consider in the choice of a good cataloging. The factors to consider in the choice of type of catalog, library catalog to use. We may consider the type of library users, like maybe we do have the scholars, we do have the students, researchers, all those we do consider. Next, the resource sharing. This is an important point. Some libraries do partnership. Let's use, for example, Estivet can partnership with maybe Egerton University or any other university, or even universities outside the country for more choices of maybe information. The factors we consider also the level of staff training. In some libraries, we do have professionals, others, they are just the relatives of the maybe principal or whatsoever, but we do consider the level of training, the level of funds, and lastly, library cataloging policy. So that was all about the cataloging, and next we are moving on to classification. What is classification? Classification? Any trial? What is classification? Yes?
In general, it's the grouping of resources or things, shared characteristics.
Yes, so thank you. So classification is the process of organizing materials by the subject, author, titles, or all those. Then we do have the types of classification. The first one is Dewey classification scheme, Library of Congress, and last one, universal decimal classification. In Dewey classification, what do we use? In this is it? Numbers from 0 to 900. Library of Congress? Alphabets. A to Z, except? O, I, X, and W. So we do have the purpose of library classification to facilitate shelving. Next one is to help in shelving new acquired documents. Any addition? Purpose of library. Why do we classify? Last one, any trial? Yes. Retrieval. For easy retrieval. Last one. For easy. Come up again.
Identification.
Oh, for easy identification.
To avoid confusion to the users.
Yes, to minimize confusion when we do have classification scheme. And last one, no?
For uniformity.
For uniformity. Yes. So we do have also advantages which is similar to the purpose. For example, for easy retrieval, to facilitate order in library, to enhance book display. When you do have classification in our customer care desk, in case there is a new arrival of the books, we do place them there so that someone can see after it has been classified. You will have to go to OPAC, search for the book, retrieve, and use it. Now, the next one, advantage of library classification to facilitate the reading of the materials. There are those materials that are no longer needed in libraries, so they are being removed. And last one, for enhance the compilation of shelf list. Disadvantages of the library classification. The first one is of complexity. Classification by the use of LCC or Library of Congress and Senate is so complex, especially when the staffs are not well trained. The maintenance of Library of Congress, for instance, it is very expensive to maintain, to upgrade, and to update each and every time. So, we are done with the classification. We are moving to the last section, where I have a question for you. The last question. Methods of classifying library information. What can we use to classify? For example, we do have the author, we do have the color, size, and titles. So the last part is selection of library materials. What is selection? And what is it? Choosing? Choosing what? So choosing relevant information materials. If you are an officer or a librarian, you will have to choose the best or relevant information materials. So we do have the selection criteria. What do you consider first before you do what? Before you select a book for your library or whatsoever place you will be. The first one, we do consider the currency. It should be up to date. Usinunulie wanafunzi kitabu ya 1960s na kuna 2025. Consider the current or up-to-date information materials. Accuracy. The book that you will be acquiring or information material should be accurate. Users need. It should meet the user's needs. In selection also we do consider the cost. It should be economical. It should be economical. As a librarian there, you should always consider the cost. Usinunue kitu ambayo itakuwa expensive mpaka utashindwa kubalance the library. Everything should be economical. Last one on the list, collection balance. Criteria used. You should balance the criteria there. Let's say you are an information scientist, you did agriculture. So in selection, you should always balance. Don't buy agriculture because maybe you did that one, but you should always balance. The last one, selection criteria, the relevance. Purchase the books or information materials that are relevant to your users or the users. So we do have the last one, selection process. Selection process is only 4 steps. The first one, need assessment, identify users' needs and their priorities. Second one, evaluation, evaluate the book that you want to purchase. Selection, select the most relevant. And the last one, acquisition, acquire selected materials. Advantages of selection in library. Why do we have selection? We don't just buy things randomly. Example, why do we have selection in our libraries? Yes? So, yes, to meet the needs of the users. Secondly, yes, to avoid purchasing of outdated materials. Next, decide. Yes, Leila.
To make sure the information is relevant.
Yes, to make sure the information are relevant. Yes.
Keeps the library current.
Yes, for currency or up to date. And we do also have libraries. I just need 3 disadvantages from you, then I will add you some. Disadvantages of selection in libraries. Yes, Flo? Disadvantage? It is time consuming during selection process because the librarians must have a meeting, decide and all those. Yes?
It also requires skilled personnel to do the process.
Yes, selection process requires the skilled personnel. Not everyone can do that except the professionals. Next. Yes. The risk of duplication. Sometimes they do duplicate the books, maybe they have purchased the biology book, sometimes duplication during the process. And the last one, inadequate funds for the selection and for the books to be purchased. I can add you some points here. The last one I can say the budget constraints. Sometimes maybe the librarians would like to purchase maybe 1,000 books, but the budget can't make them to afford that one. So also the disadvantage of selection, user needs may not be met. So thank you for that, and we shall meet on next lesson.
Can you say selection in biasness?
Yes, it can be biased. Maybe I'm the librarian there, I did biology, so most of the time I will be considering maybe biology books. Yes.
You need to be tedious.
Yes, it can be tiresome. Doing selection isn't an easy task, even if you be given their test debate, doing the engineering, business books, or all those things. It must be tiresome, let's say. Corruption also. Maybe the librarians can be corrupt in some ways. Yes. So we shall meet on the next class. I will give you the notes. Thank you.
Thank you.